Hey, staffingpreneurs. We are live here with our Run It class. And today we're actually going live in the Run It class online. So I just want to make you aware of that. Hey, Brian. I don't know. So I want to just let you know that. How you doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see and hear you. I was playing with my computer all day. I got a new computer. Got a new computer. Got a new office set up.
Hey, come on with it, Brian.
I'm in my office, so it's kind of it's. I've been on the computer all morning trying to get it right so I can at least have video and audio.
Okay, so you're getting your setup together. That's what's most important.
Yeah.
Let me start.
Yeah, got an office, man. Just moved in one piece of furniture, which is just like a bookshelf. That's about it. Nothing in it, but my license in it.
Okay.
Got my license here. The city of Hines, and they finally gave me my license out here. So,
hey, let's go with it, Brian.
My license, I'm at the state, federal. I'm all over the place, but I'm officially licensed in city of Hinesville, Liberty County, at Fort Stewart.
So, I love it. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, we're moving along, and we actually have two small offices. But as I say, I'm the only tenant here. It's funny, I'm the only one here today, but I have full access to the building. It's a $2.5 million building they gave me access to. You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
So I didn't have to go buy a $2.5 million building. I just had to find a way to get inside when I'm the only person there.
Yes, that's a blessing. You were able to do. I love that. I love that you are that you're in your space and you're getting acclimated with everything. I got to tell you about something that's happening. I'm about to go into it in a minute. I want to give everybody an opportunity to come in. The last couple of weeks, we have the emails for whatever reason have not been going out for the reminders, right? It should be on everybody's calendar. I sent an email out this morning. So, people are going to kind of chime in late, but I want to talk about a couple of things today. And first I mentioned that we're live today. So we're live in online in Staffingpreneurs Academy. So if you're just joining us, I would like to say welcome first. What's your niche and where are you chiming in from? That is one of the most important questions to ask. And I appreciate you being here. My name is Dee Williams. I work with entrepreneurs all across the globe. I help them set up, launch, and run and scale their very own niche recruitment and staffing agency. Earlier today, I streamed live for my setup class. Today, I'm streaming live for my Run It class, which I'm very excited about. And this will be the last live class that I stream with Staffingpreneurs Academy, as far as I know. So this is a very exciting. Now, I'll still do my live classes personally with my people, but in regards to going live on public platforms and stuff like that, in regards to Staffingpreneurs Academy, as of today, this is my last time going live. But the announcement that I'm about to make, that could change. I don't know. I'm about to show y'all like some things that have come across my desk this morning after the setup class. Actually, a little disturbing, but I'm definitely we've been down this road before, so we can talk about it openly. So I want to just dive in a little bit. So someone sent this article to me this morning. Okay. And I'm going to share my screen so that y'all can see the article, so y'all won't think that I'm out here like making stuff up or what have you, because y'all know that ain't my thing. But let me show you this. Okay, so now everybody should be able to see my screen here. So this article came to me today. This is why I blocked all the ads, because you be going hard with the ads. This is exactly why I blocked them. So here it is. FDA says endemic in people that could kill 1 in 4 Americans. This just came out May 9th. Today is May 13th. They said the FDA is drawing up plans for a major outbreak, but he restated that this was precaution, with officials believing the risk was low. But I'm going to read the full article because it gets very interesting when we get further down the article here. If you're just chiming in, we're in my live Run It class. Please do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're just here. And we're going to talk a little bit about this a little bit even more. So they said that there's a bird flu coming, or that they're expecting. The FDA is gearing up for a bird flu pandemic, and people that could kill 1 in 4 of those in effects, the agency's top officials have revealed. Dr. Robert Califf told a Senate committee that officials were drawing up plans to roll out tests, antiviral drugs, and vaccines in the event the virus jumps to humans. But he emphasized the risk of it spreading to people was still low, with only 1 person infected so far, a farm worker in Texas. Okay, so let's talk about this so far. So they said low chances that anybody's going to get infected, but we already got 1 infection in Texas. So you're about to see a little bit more as we continue to read. This virus, like all viruses, is mutating. He told the policymakers, we need to continue to prepare for the possibility that it may jump to humans. The real worry is that it'll jump to human lungs, where when that has happened in other parts of the world, the mortality rate has been 25%. The above graph shows the dairy herds that have tested positive for bird flu over time. Officials fear that this is bringing the virus a step closer to humans. Okay, so I don't do dairy. I'm not gonna lie, I do milk. I mean, not milk. Cheese, but that's a pizza, as far as I go. The map above shows the states that have reported bird flu infections in dairy herds. So that's so Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Idaho, South Dakota, Kansas, Ohio, what is that? I can't even see. Michigan and North Carolina. And I think does it mean up there? I don't know. So all of these places have already reported it. Okay, but only in animals, not in humans. Okay, bird flu already appears to be spreading in cattle for the first time after jumping from birds. So it's already gone from birds to cattle, which is why they're now starting to feel like, okay, this could potentially jump to humans, I'm assuming. As the virus spreads, particularly between 2 different species, it acquires more mutations, which may allow it to infect people more easily. Fragments of the virus have already been detected in products including 1 in 5 grocery store milks, as well as cottage cheese and sour cream. I don't eat any of that, so I feel like I'm in a good space. But if you do, you might want to double check and make sure your stuff is not infected. They say, but officials say these are still safe to consume. I don't know how, because the virus inside them is inactivated during the pasteurization process. Dr. Califf, who was speaking to the Agriculture Committee, added, we've got to have testing, got to have antivirals, and we need to have a vaccine ready to go. We have been busy getting prepared for the viruses, prepare if the virus does mutate in a way that allows it to jump into humans on a larger level. My first thought is that they're planting this for it to happen. But that's me. I'm a conspiracy theorist, y'all, so don't listen to me. But my thing is that we warning y'all because this is what we about to do. But again, that's my thought. Y'all know how I am. Championing America's position, Dr. Califf added, we're in an inevitable position compared to any time in the history of world. Viruses are relatively simple, so coming up with a matching vaccine is entirely possible in a short period of time. The U.S. already has stockpile of about 20 million bird flu vaccines in its national stockpile, officials say, which are well matched to the H5N1 virus. It also has the capacity to quickly make 100 million more if necessary, they add. That's what makes me think that, they're planting. They're also, because it would benefit the pharmaceutical companies, right? There are also supplies of antivirals, such as whatever that is, used to treat the latest U.S. bird flu patient available, although officials have not provided a number. Similarly, there's work ongoing to develop a bird flu vaccine for poultry, and tests showing humans antivirals work just as well on sick cows. Only 2 humans in the US have tested positive for bird flu ever, with both being in close contact with animals infected with the viruses. There have been no signs in either case of individuals spreading the disease to others. The total of 36 farms across 9 states so far have detected the virus among their dairy herds. It comes after CDC officials restated their warning that bird flu had pandemic potential in a new report. Writing in the New England Journal of Medicine, they made the warning in a section about rolling out vaccines if the virus spills over to humans. So they're saying like these things. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you first, because I think this is very important, not to scare anybody or anything like that, but definitely to continue the conversation, right? That at any moment we're in a position where we have to be ready, for things such as that, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be a situation where, they're warning us because they're going to put it out there. I'm hoping it's more of like, and that it's not going to spread. But these are things that I see. This virus came out, the Marburg virus, so it has pandemic potential. There are a lot of different things. I feel like we're just on the edge of something, and I pray that all my staffing agencies are ready. And now that we've already gone through something one good time, that we should be able to master it second time around. Fingers crossed. So any thoughts about that? Anybody want to share any thoughts about the what are your thoughts about this? How do y'all feel about that? What are you thinking? Or is everybody in my class? I have healthcare. I see Michelle G in here.
That is, it is. I mean, my thoughts is that I've always been a person that watch what I eat, watch what goes in my stomach. I mean, I try my best not to treat, as you said, cheese might grab me now and then. I mean, forget about that dairy, but cheese about the only thing that'll grab me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, and occasionally an egg.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just showing us. I've been always living like just eat, real food, raw food, stuff that I don't eat meat, so I try not to consume that. None of that stuff on there I ate. I said, but I see where this is going, and it's scary.
It's scary
to think that they will actually be manipulated. It seems like a bunch of folks wants us dead, but however that goes, it's just me talking. But it's just scary.
I feel the same way, Brian. I really do. I definitely feel the same way. Like, here we go again with this. I'm praying that that's not the situation, but this is the second. I mean, but for the FDA to be putting something out, I think that's somewhat pretty serious. They're typically not just putting things out to put things out randomly. So let me go ahead. Let me start this.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, Brian, what are we gonna do about this? But this is, this is an opportunity, right? And I feel like, it is. It's very much so an opportunity. Okay, perfect. Because I'm gonna get our screen up, and I got my board up now. I feel like this is a great opportunity. Not a great. No pandemic is great. Let me just say that. But I do
get your stuff together.
Right.
Well, here.
Right. Now that part, if you are building your staffing agency and you are either in the pharmaceutical or the healthcare, anywhere in the healthcare space, like preparation right now is the key, right? Literally, preparation right now is the key. And so, so really cool. That's really just thinking about going from that perspective. We're in our Run It class today, and the lines are definitely open for anyone who wants to chime in. I would love for you to tell me where you are in your business, and where you want to, where you're having your most challenge in this moment, or where you would like to see more clarity. You can share successes, you can share failures, you can share challenges, you can share any of those things you want to share. This is the Run It class, and it's really all about us talking about how you run your niche recruitment and staffing business. So I'm excited to dive in today. Who wants to start us off? Well, Brian kind of started us off. He let us know.
Well, I'm gonna go right back to you.
Go on, Brian. Listen.
I'm in need. I'm just going. I ain't gonna need and want, but I'm saying just to get these pieces together. I'll tell you exactly where I'm at. Moving to a new office. Move my computer in. My father got a desktop. I don't do desktop, but I said, I got it. I'm going where the road meets the road.
You got a PC?
I got my desktop printing everything set up.
You got a PC or you got a Mac?
No, I got a PC. I mean, I got a PC because the Mac has some problem with a lot of other things. I have MacBooks. I got 2 MacBooks, but I'm going to do this PC and see how it goes because a lot of things is easier to access on PC than it is on Mac.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to run there.
Okay.
So I got all my pieces that I'm putting together. We wound up, bought that doggone expensive Seamless.
Okay. You got your Seamless.
Got that Zapier.
Okay.
Paid account Zapier.
Okay.
Paid account Limbless.
Okay.
We
can talk about that today.
And you got, before that, you say Limbless, Zapier, and the last one was Sales Navigator.
Yeah.
Paid account on that too.
All right.
So we have all 4 pieces and Crelate sitting out there.
Right.
Trying to get married up here, trying to get linked, how that thing gonna link up.
Okay.
And
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so we pretty much got those 4 pieces that I just want to put in place. I mean, I put those 4 pieces in place and just need to understand this. I've been looking at this 400 series class on the doggone
and I'm moving all the classes around now that things are changing. So like the 300.
Okay.
The 300.
The last piece that I'm having is, posting jobs. We do have some jobs and we do have some stuff, some folks. So we're just trying to put the pieces together.
Okay.
Posting the jobs and putting those 4 pieces to work together. We Crelate and make this thing do what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm at.
So let's start. You gave me a whole lot. So let's start. I want to start in a couple of places. So the first place I'm going to start, and I mentioned to you, you got to go through your Crelate training. But the first place I want to get you started at is, and I'm in somebody else's Crelate. Hold on. I'm in somebody else's Crelate. So let me log out, and I'm going to log into mine because mine is one that can be messed up a little bit. So I'm logging into the back of Crelate, and it's the easiest thing to do in Crelate is to post a job, right? That's the easiest thing that you can do. So you're going to go to opportunities. You're going to add to, you're going to do new, and then you're going to do a new internal job opening. And the reason you're going to do a new internal job opening is because you're really pipelining these roles. These aren't actually attached to a facility or a company that you're actually doing business with. These are roles that you're pipelining, and you're starting to screen people and seeing who would be a good fit for you to market or for to connect with within organizations. So that's where you're going to go into the new internal job opening. And then you're going to go in and you're going to follow each instruction. The assignment status, is it unfilled, partially filled, unfilled? So we already know it's unfilled. What's the priority on here? Well, it's cold, right? It's not a major priority right now. Who's the company? You're the company. You're the company. So hopefully you would have put your company information in initially before you got started, but you're the company, right? So I'm gonna say identifies, because that's who we are. And then the job title of the position, whatever the position is that you are hiring for, right? So we're always hiring salespeople, sales jobs. So I'm just going to say sales executive. EXECUTIV, okay. Or executive sales, okay. And then how many openings? I always have 3 or more of sales positions at least. When you want it to start, they can start today. Not really. We'll have them start next week. The locations is really going to be remote. So I think you could do United States or remote, but I typically do it, even if it's going to be a remote role, I want to do it in a place. First of all, if you do it outside of your state, you've got to have a state unemployment number for any state that you're hiring somebody out of. So it would make more sense to keep it in-house in the state that you're in. So you're only paying unemployment and taxes in one state. If you have remote people all over the country, then you're going to have to go in every state you're going to have, and it's going to be crazy. Okay. So I would stay exactly where you are. We're in Alpharetta, Georgia. So that's where we are. Identifies consulting. Who's the related contact is D. Williams, right? So there I am. And then the description. This is the raw, this is the original job description, ORIGI, right? But I would actually put my job description here because it's an internal role, right? So you would go ahead, you would post your job and your job description there. And then what type of job is it? This is a contract, full-time, whatever. Let's just say full-time in this particular example. When you want it open today, what's the compensation? I typically do the compensation details. So I might say 80 up to 85K, right? So 65 to 85K. I really prefer somebody at 65. Right. So that's my then. Do I have a specific application that I want to use? We have different types of applications. So if we want to go through a full application right off the break, and that's where we want to start them off at, we can go ahead and do that. I don't want an application in real life. I just, because it takes them a long time to apply. I just want them to apply and upload their resume. So I'm not going to do a specific application. I'm not submitting these people to a client in this moment. So I don't need a submittal. I actually own this because I'm the one putting the job order in. I'm not adding any tags or preferred locations or any of those things in this moment. And then I'm going to hit save. And now that posts that job, or not, it doesn't post it. It opens up that job within your ATS. Once it opens up the job within the ATS, you're going to go to publish. And then after you publish, and I got an email that said, congrats, you have a new job order. And it tells the team that. So then once I go to publish it, and I'm going to cancel this and go back to the top again. Right now, the publish button is gray because it's not live. So when I hit publish, it's still not live, but I do have the ability to go in and add in different things. Like if this wasn't for me and it was for my client, or I wanted to put another company there, I could if I wanted. But this is for me right now. Is this remote? Yes, it's fully remote. Location, we're in Alpharetta. You would copy the job description from whatever we have put in the original. And then you would do the salary range, and that's there, but it won't let me, because I don't really want to post it. It'll post it on Indeed and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not really interested in that. Then I'm gonna hit next, ask me what industry. I'm just gonna say sales. What tags, I would tag as much as possible so that you SALES, sales executive jobs. So you can be searched, found. I want it on the portal, visible. I might want it featured. You could actually, I didn't have anything, I don't think, for EEO classification, so I left that alone. Then you have a portal URL, and I'm just going to make mine EXECUTIVE, executive sales 30022, which is our zip code. And then I'm going to say near executive sales. This is when I say jobs near me. And then I put and then I'm going to put remote and then 30022. So that shows up in the URL. And then if you want to customize the job description, you can. I typically don't, but if you want to, so that the job can be found more, then you can. And then you would go in and publish. After you go back in and you publish, then this will be green, and now your job is published. And I would encourage you to publish as many jobs as you can. Pipeline as many jobs as you can. Do not feel a type of way about posting those jobs. I saw a video recently, and they were saying, can you believe it? Employers have the nerve to post jobs that they're not even ready to hire yet. Yeah, of course, because candidates are fickle. And they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're fickle. They're not always going to do what they say they're going to do. They're not always going to show up there, have us out here thinking that they're about to start, and they'll start and then never show up. They won't even come back from lunch in some instances. I went to pick up a rental car. I was like, what's taking so long? It was like 2 guys showed up, went to lunch, never came back. So it's not just in your business. Like this is what happens on a consistent basis. Things like this happen on a consistent basis. And if they're happening on a consistent basis, then you know what I'm saying, we have to constantly pipeline and meet and connect with the right people so that when we're ready to fill a job, or if the job is ready now, whatever, we have a pipeline of people who are ready to go, that we built relationships with. Right? Genuine relationships with. This is also what sets you apart from other agencies, because you're literally, you are, how do I say it? You are every step of the way, you are creating an opportunity to where those candidates, when things do come open, or when they do get promoted, or when they do meet somebody, they're going to come to you first because you've established that relationship. And this is how you organically grow your business. Brian, what questions do you have for me?
Well, I do have some jobs. They're not fake, but I do have some folks I have some candidates that's out there, that's and I have some folks that's actually hiring.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that your jobs are not fake?
No, I know where jobs is at.
No.
Okay. No, okay. Let me back up.
Your jobs, the jobs that I'm telling you to post, are not fake. So let's start there. They're not fake. Okay.
Let me back up. Okay, I'm waiting on contract.
I want you to post jobs now without waiting on contracts. I don't want you to wait on contracts. I want you to post jobs now. And for you, you may feel like they're fake, but they're not fake. This is literally the art of pipelining. You just cannot lie. So you don't lie on the job. Don't post a job description saying you have this job when you don't. Do not do that ever. I do not condone unethical types of things like that. But you do need to post out there and say that you're preparing for an upcoming client, and you're looking to connect with people of this particular skill set so that you can start screening and preparing for the opportunity, which is 1,000,000% true.
Okay.
That is 1,000,000% true. So those are two totally different things. Now, if somebody is out there posting fake jobs, shame on them. Disgusting. That's disgusting. But if someone is pipelining and being transparent about what they're doing, which is what I suggest, that's totally different. You're being upfront. You're letting the candidate know right off the break that you're preparing for something, which you are, that you are looking for people of a specific skill set, which you are, and you are looking to build relationships with those people so that you can start pairing and matching them with people. And that is exactly what your job is. And so when you get on the phone with them, that is a great opportunity for you to start pipelining them, screening them, getting to know them, and be honest with them. Hey, thank you for answering our ad. As you know, we're preparing for a contract that's coming through the pipeline very soon. These are the type of skill sets that they're looking for, the people they're looking for. This conversation here is for me to talk to you and to learn a little bit more about you, so that when we get all the information in, we can see if there's a natural match. That's the direction you're going in.
Okay, so then what you're saying then is we need to put as many jobs there as in our niche.
Now you and I are on the same page, Brian.
Right.
Because
that we can.
Yes. Yes. Because when we put your major site live, the only thing that was missing were jobs. You don't have any jobs posted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say pipeline in whatever states you're working in, whatever jobs that you're looking to pipeline right now, you're starting fresh. A network is not 5 people. Not saying that's what you have, but I'm just making it clear for everyone. A network is not 5 people. A network isn't 20 people. A network starts with about 50 people at the bare minimum. So you have to get to know people. And your job posting's not always going to work. So you also got to make sure that those job postings feel more like an advertisement, but you have to be honest. So you have to figure out strategies and ways on how to engage people. This is what we call the art of talent attraction. Okay. You're attracting talent. And so we need to get that talent in so that we can see who's in the market right now. And some people are looking, remember, you got three types of candidates. You got active, semi-active, and passive. That semi-active candidate may or may not be looking. They're happy in their job, but if a new opportunity comes around, they're open. So those are the perfect people to pipeline. Passive candidates are the perfect people to pipeline. Active people, they'll get a little more frustrated. That's why you have to be honest. And you have to make sure that your main focus is to build the relationship and learn everything you can about them so that you can make the match. I don't want you to promise people a job. Your job is not to promise people a job. Do not promise people a job. Do not promise people a job. Do not promise people a job. That is not why your staffing agency is open, even though most of y'all think that. Okay. There should be no pressure about people who call you and say, do you have a contract? That is what they're supposed to do. Do you have any jobs for me? That is what they're supposed to do. You're not the only agency that they're working with. They're working with a lot of other staffing agencies. Do not put that crazy pressure on yourself. You are there to network with people, to get to know them, to see what skill sets that they have, so that when you are connecting with employers, you can make the match. That is your job. The more people you talk to, the better. You're never going to be able to place every person that you talk to. So you're going to talk to more people than you'll ever place. So your job is to get to know as many people as possible within your industry and your skill set. And a starting point for that, especially as a new agency, is definitely the pipeline. But this is something that all companies do.
Okay.
What else?
Got it.
On this topic, because I want to take you somewhere else.
Okay, so we go ahead and based on our niche, we put at least 50 individuals there. 50 jobs there. So we have a composition piece where people start looking. Okay,
so I didn't say 50. Now, if you want to do 50, Brian, I love that. Overachiever, go ahead, let's do it. But I didn't say 50.
Okay, now what it sounds to me like, you say like 50, 50 resonate with me, so I can do that.
You can do that. Definitely 50 candidates, right? So you definitely want 50 candidates in your database. And I like to have 50 per role to play with, right? But most people start off with 50 and then they start to grow that way. But in regards to the job orders, as you know, I would definitely, if I'm filling 5 different positions that I'm constantly filling, right? I would post all 5 of those positions in the state that I'm in and or the state that I have my workers' comp insurance in. If there are other states that you want to work in and you don't have workers' comp insurance in there, then you should, and you still want to place people in those states, then maybe you would take the route of the direct hire model to start off with. And then, and if you get a contract for contract, then you add on the insurance from there. But I would start off where you're at right now and just get those people in those jobs into the system. But Brian, if you want to, the more jobs you have, the more exciting, your company looks and the more that you're getting. Now, when you go to post your jobs, you got to make sure when you publish them, this is something I have to remind you. When you publish them, you've got to go in. I'll be getting excited. I'm sorry. You've got to go into your portal and you've got to make sure that you enable portal. Okay. That's very important. Mm-hmm. You got to enable portal and you want to make sure that your jobs are all showing. Where's that at? It is somewhere over here. Oh, here it is. Under integrations, job board publishing, you're going to make sure that is enabled. Okay. And okay. And then all the jobs are on it. They got a new job, AppCast. I'm not familiar with that, but they added a new one on there. So you want to make sure they're all yes, because when you post your job, when you post your job, you want it to go to all the job boards for free, even though it's going to be probably at the bottom of the list. You still want it to go for free. Now, when I have jobs, especially jobs that I'm really, really serious about posting and I really want to get out there, which for me typically is salespeople. Like I need salespeople all the time. Sales, 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 and sales, 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 and CSM. But so if I have a sales job, you see this says published, right? So this is already published. You want to have your assistant keep an eye on the jobs, right? So you can refresh the jobs once they've been dead for a while so that you can always keep them at the top of people's of the search as far as of the search as you can. You can also reset the job, but if you reset it, it's going to break all the links and exchange the internal email address, which I don't want to do that. So I just refresh the job. But what I was going to tell you is when you go over here and you have your job postings, you have the post now. I would encourage you. The ZipRecruiter is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You're going to get a lot of resumes, but sometimes they be junky resumes. But what I do like about it is they've got this version right here where you can purchase days. So you could say I only want so $16 per day. Like I'm only going to do 7 days worth of posting. Okay, so now it's 112. Okay, well, I'm going to do 5 days. Okay, that was 80. So that'll push it up a little bit more. So that is pretty cool if you can't afford the $2.99 for 30 days. Resume Library is actually really good for certain niche markets. And there you go. Okay, so I just want to let you know that you can also purchase additional, job board help from there. Indeed is also integrated, but they've changed their integration. So I'm not really sure all of that stuff, but I know that Indeed also integrates pretty assertively as well. Okay, what questions do you have for me now?
Okay, so I got that. How does post job, I got that. So a piece of it that's missing for me right now, and it's a little bit off of this right here, is the campaign that I'm able to build with these 4 pieces of software.
Okay, I knew. Wait a minute, I already know we're going to that. I want to just make sure.
I got the job posting and I got that piece down.
Okay, so hold on, because you're not the only person in class. Does anybody have any questions about that? About what we just covered? Does anybody have any questions about what we just covered? Let me just see if there's any questions on here. Any comments? Hey Laura, don't worry, you can go back and catch the replay. Okay. Any?
Hi Dee.
Hey,
hi, this is Brenda. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Okay. What you just said to him about the payment if you want extra postings, that's extra because when you work with Crelate, it's automatically going to go to Indeed and ZipRecruiter a certain amount anyway, right? And then you're talking about doing extra?
No, it doesn't automatic. So they offer free postings, but you understand free means you're at the bottom of the list. You're not going to be at the top of the list. So because you're not paying. It's not a sponsored job, it's a free job. So it's not going to get you the results that you want. You will get some results, but it's not going to get you the results that you want. So that option is there if you want to go further, if you want to actually sponsor, because if you sponsor, then you go further up the list. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you. Okay.
Good question. Anybody else
So
got questions?
D, one more time. Yeah. I'm back in Crelate again, and I know you walk us through that, and I'm back, went to opportunities, new
internal.
You said new hire.
New internal job. New job. Internal. It should be a new internal job opening.
It's a new internal, new lead, new direct hire, new temp hire, new job, new employment search.
It should be one that says new internal job. Unless they've changed it. And if they did, I can't control it. It's not my ATS. But I still have it on mine.
Okay. Okay, I don't see new. I'm just looking at what I said new.
Well, let me see. Well, share your screen. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. I like my hair. I don't want to be looking at it. If you're watching on YouTube, like this video. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let me see some hearts. There we go.
Are you seeing it?
Yep, I can. Yeah, it's not in here for whatever reason. Just reach out to them. Hold on. Go back up to new. Go to lead. Go to new lead. Stay right there. Go to new job. No. New job on the left-hand side. Click that. I will reach out to them and ask them where the option is. You can reach out to them in the help section on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull I'm gonna unshare while you do that so I can move to the next part. Because I wanna go through this with you because a couple of people are also interested in this topic, and then we'll go from there. And this is just a light overview. Okay, just a light overview. I like the color. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. You know, I love compliments now. But where's my okay. So what I want to do is stop the share, and I want to start the share here. All right, screen. Let's see that it share. Is it sharing? Is it sharing? Is it sharing? It says I'm sharing screen, but I don't see where it's sharing. Y'all don't see it either, do you?
No. You're sharing your screen, right?
That's what it said, but it don't look like it's sharing. I'm gonna try again. There we go. I said entire screen. Share. And it says you're sharing your screen at Zoom, except it doesn't look like I am. And let me make sure that I'm here. I'm not even logged in. So that's the interesting thing. Let's try again. Yep, that's why. I'm going to, I don't know how to end this. That's interesting. Video. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Workplace Zoom. There we go. Had issues. Okay. This is the recruiting clinic start. Now it should join. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay. But it still says one participant. And I already know that that's not true. I'm having the worst time trying to get y'all into my board these days. I have no clue why it is not allowing y'all in my board, but I tried earlier this morning with the setup class. I couldn't even get the internet to work. The internet is now working. I'm logging into my Zoom account, and my Zoom account is not popping up, which is very weird. So I switch it 610 run meetings. Got the castle. Here it is. Now, okay. Start. I'm gonna try one more time. I don't know. This is it. If it don't work this time, we're done. I'll just have to show you in another way. Okay, we made it. See? That's where it says don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Now, hola, Obito. Hola, there we go. We ready now. We live with the biz. Okay, so let's go in and let's talk about. I'll do it. I'll do a new canvas, and let's do infinite. Okay, so we're talking about automation. We're not doing that. That's what we're not doing. Okay, we're talking about. Okay, so and this automation is very simple. And I've taught this automation 1,000 times. It's not something that's overly complicated. Don't make it overly complicated. Okay, it's very simple. You've got really 4 sides to the automation. So you've got LinkedIn and preferably sales nav. Okay, so LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Got that right there. You have seamless .ai, not comma AI, but .ai. You have Zapier, which is email automation, which is a automation system. So you have Zapier, and then you have Prelate, okay, which is your ATS, okay. Then you have Limlist, which is your automation software. And then you have, I top it off with Active Campaign, because Limlist is pre-email, Active Campaign is post. Okay, so that's Active Campaign. That didn't come out right. That's the Active Comparche. Active, yeah, P-A-I-N. Okay, P-A-I-G-N. Okay, so you have Active Campaign. So you've got LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You've got Seamless.ai. You've got Zapier. You've got Prelate. You've got Limlist, and you got Active Campaign. Some people are not using Limlist. Some people are using Connect 365, and that's okay, except they don't, it doesn't, their platform to me doesn't work as well as Limlist any longer. Like they used to be on the forefronter. I feel like you'll get more value from Limlist than you will Connect 365. And that's because Limlist has email marketing automation as well as LinkedIn automation too. So it has both. Okay. So when you have both in play, that makes a major difference. So this is pretty much what your automation looks like. Okay. So let's go through so you'll know what everything is really quickly. And then we'll go back and position it in the order in which things need to be put together. Let me know if y'all can hear me or you cannot hear me. I'm trying to talk, but I hear them mowing the lawn outside. If y'all hear me good, I hope so. Put a 1 in the box if you can hear me. If you're watching on YouTube and you're getting value, please put thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up or this stream will stop. That's a like, did she threaten? Dang, that's crazy. Not threatening the people to put thumbs up, right? All right. That's where we are going. Y'all can put your questions in the chat box. Feel free to do so. We can hear you. Okay, perfect, Brenda. Thank you for corresponding with me. So the first one is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is where you're going to go in and get your leads, right? So or what I would say intentional leads, right? LinkedIn Sales Navigator is where you would go to get intentional leads. So equal INTENTIONALLEADS. All right. This is going to be very important later on. You can do this without LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I do not suggest that, because this is where you'll be able to have stronger conversations, and it's just important. So this is where you go and get intentional leads. Now, as you know, LinkedIn does not provide content, okay? It does not provide contact information. LinkedIn does not provide contact information. You've got to have some type of plugin. And what did I just do? What did I do? I think I put a whole new page in. You've got to there it is. You've got to, okay, I see what happened. You've got to have some type of plugin in order to get contact information from LinkedIn. Okay. Hey Danielle, come on in. No worries. Come on in. So that's why you have Seamless.ai. Seamless.ai is a lead it's a data platform, I guess is the best way to say it. Let me look at how they call themselves. It's where you go and get leads. Okay, that's where I would say their contact information. And you need email addresses and phone numbers and all of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, you get sales leads, you get sales contacts. They said they have over 1.2 billion contacts. So 1.2 billion contacts, names, email, etc. And they use AI to do it, okay? And they have a really cool platform, because you can not only use it with Sales Navigator, you can use it on any website on the planet, and you can use it without going to any website on the planet, which is pretty dope. So they have that there. That's also important. Next, you have Zapier. Zapier is an automation platform. It allows you to allow all of your technology to speak to each other. Okay, so Zapier is an automation platform. It allows it allows all your technologies to talk to each other, which is very important in the big scheme of things. There's only a few people in the world that's going to see realize how valuable this class is today. All right. Next is Crelate. Crelate is your ATS. So it can be your Crelate or any other applicant. APBLIC applicant. I spelled it wrong, y'all. Tracking system. Okay, but listen, if it's any other applicant tracking system, one of the reasons why I use Crelate is because it has a Zapier integration. When I choose my applicant tracking systems, if they don't have a Zapier integration, then I'm not going to get it, because I'm not going to be able to do any type of automation with it. Crelate does allow that. So that's why one of the reasons why we utilize Crelate. But you can use any applicant tracking system that is you can use any other applicant tracking system that has a Zapier integration. All right, so that's that piece. Now, Connect 365 and Limbless, they are what we call pre-email marketing automation platform. Okay, so this is the pre-email marketing automation platform. You have pre and you have post. Now, this is important, and I'm going to tell you why. Because many people want to buy one and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm only gonna buy one." Okay, I did that wrong. Let me just equal pre. But the pre-email marketing platform allows you to send cold emails without a person being on the list. A post one will not. You will get, I don't know if arrested or what, but it's illegal. They have to opt in. So this is post. They have to opt into your list, right? And so that's the difference with the Active Campaign. Active Campaign is a post email marketing platform. People have to opt in order for you to communicate with them.
So we need all 5. 6.
Yeah, because you're going to use your posts forever. You're going to use them all forever, but for more than one thing. So this is right there. Here, so that's post email. Whereas if you're pre-email, you can send without them having to opt in. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I'm not the king of all of that, but I can just tell you that that's literally the case. And so you're once they. So let's talk about, now that you have a better understanding of that. Let's talk about how they work, like what the automation looks like with the working. So I'm going to pick these. I'm going to do these a little bit different. So you have your LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you have your Seamless, and you have your Zapier, and you have your Crelate, and you have your Limbless, and you have your Active Campaign. And I would actually add one more thing to this list, and this would probably be just like AI, like ChatGPT, right? You know, I would do some type of AI to help you out, because the first thing that you're going to do, the first thing that you need to have is all your emails written. It's no reason I would, and typically I tell people, don't buy this technology until you have your emails written, because now you're going to waste your time. Right. And let me just go back to one more thing. On Limbless, I said that it's pre-email marketing automation, but it is also LinkedIn automation as well. So it's LinkedIn and pre-email marketing automation, which is cool. Because now, so that means that before you do anything, so let's go here. Okay, it won't let me do that. Here. Before you do anything, the first thing you want to do is start writing your messages. And you've got layers of messages to write. So that's very important. That's not what this class is going to do. That's what we do in our clinics. Basically, we put everything together in our clinics, and kind of go from there. Hey, Nathan, I'll answer your questions in a second. So the first thing you want to do is to write your emails. So you want to write your emails, and you're going to write your LinkedIn messages. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, there are a few places where you need to do this. Okay. So here, I'm going to just copy this. So your LinkedIn messages, you need LinkedIn messages here. And these are more reach out. And then you have emails here. as well that are reach out. Okay, so you have those, but you also have emails here and your post email marketing after they opt into whatever you have. I don't know what you're going to be utilizing in your pre-email marketing, but if you're utilizing in your pre-email marketing, like you're giving away a lead magnet or something like that, then that post-email campaign, once they opt in for that lead magnet, then they're going to start getting things regarding that lead magnet. So that kind of goes there. So you can write your emails there. And then you also have emails here and your ATS. Okay. So you really got 3 sets of emails that you've got to write before you can ever start sending out your automation. So that's something that most people aren't talking about. They're just having you out there doing whatever. And I would tell you that you will gain your time back by writing your emails and your messages first. And that's just a smart way to go about it. And so I'm going to just put those on there. So you'll have those as my second starting point. And I'm going to move these over just a little bit because I want to fit the journey in one space. Let's see how y'all see this. Okay, perfect. Now, all right, let's keep going. So the next thing is how we put these things together. So what happens is, and it's going to be interesting because the work that you do in Zapier, Limbless, Seamless, Active Campaign, and Crelate, some of that stuff is going to be done simultaneously, not in a particular order per se. Well, I always start in 2 places, LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Seamless. And I'm going to go in so you can see what that looks like, I think, because I don't know if I paid for my LinkedIn account. So I'll just be honest with y'all. We'll see if I did or not. But what I do is go into LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to start creating lists. So let's go down here. Sorry. Here. Okay. Start creating lists. Okay. You're going to want to start creating lists. CREATING. That is the first thing you're going to do in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You're going to start creating lists. Okay. When you create these lists become your tag names. Okay. Create list, which becomes which. Come on, D with it. Come on with it. Which creates. Come on, baby. Which creates tags. All right. It's going to be your central piece. You're going to need these. That's why I'm making them a little bit smaller, but that's exactly what happens. So you're going to go into LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you're going to go in and start creating lists. So let me show you what that looks like. Because I don't know if I can go in. Let me see if I can go in through Sales Navigator. No, I probably not, because I need to show y'all the plugin. Okay. When you're going in the same LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it is important that you log into your Seamless account first. You've got to log into your Seamless account first. So maybe I should start, because you're not going to do anything with it yet, but you want to log in so that you can activate the plugin. Okay. So let me go here and I'm going to say log in to activate the plugin. Okay, so you're logging in to activate the plugin. That's where you're going to Seamless first. So you're writing your emails, your LinkedIn messages. It's actually in order right here. So write in your email, your LinkedIn messages. Then you're going to go to Seamless, log in to activate the plugin, and then you're going to go to Sales Navigator and start creating your list. So I'm going to stop sharing really quickly so I can show you what that looks like. Okay. So, okay. I didn't see it's a lot of questions here. Thanks, Nathan. Okay, great. What was the first website? Okay, I put everything on the board. Okay, so your first one, you're gonna go into LinkedIn. I'm not doing what I told you. Let's go to Seamless first and just to activate the plugin. You have to go to Seamless to activate the plugin, or you're gonna come back and say, D is not working. I don't see what you see. So I'm logged into my Seamless account right now. If you are one of my staffingpreneurs, we get discounts on Seamless. If you're not, then you want to become a staffingpreneur. I'm just saying it right now. You can go to a recruitmentstore.com and sign up for membership with Staffingpreneurs Academy so that you can take advantage of all the great discounts and different things like that we receive. The next thing you're going to do is log into your LinkedIn account and then see, yeah, I have too many technologies, y'all. I don't keep everything up to date. I can tell y'all that right now. You don't need to create a persona. All you need to do is to go in and create your search. So you're going to go into LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you're going to create your search. Then you're going to create your list, then your tags. Because it's kind of the way it's in that order, right? So right there. So create your search. Okay. So create your search. All right. So that's like, maybe I should just kind of, this is becoming better than my original. I love it when I when I level it up. Okay. And then 2. So that's kind of in order. All right. Start creating your list. And then 3 is going to create your tags. And you're going to want to put these down somewhere. Somewhere you're going to want to put these down, your tags, because this is going to become the bane of your existence. I promise you. So let's start the search. Okay. And my search today, I'm just going to say chief nursing officer. So CNO. So that's chief nursing officer. So I just did a random, put chief nursing officer in the search up here. It came up with 38,000 results. That's definitely not what I'm looking for all the way. What I'm looking for is to find all the chief nursing officers in real life. So I want to come like here. I'm going to change this search to something that maybe the type of facility that I'm looking for to kind of narrow my search down. So hospital, I'm just going to say hospital. Maybe I work with the chief nursing officers that are home health care facilities or facilities that deal with heart care patients, or I don't know, but I just kind of put the word hospital. So this is the search bar. This is not where you put your title. Where you want to go in to find the person that you want to find, you're going to scroll. Let's see, current job title. And now you're going to put in chief nursing, NURSING. There it is, chief nursing officer. And then I'm also going to do CNO because I know that that's also chief nursing officer as well. Right. And that's the only thing I want to talk to, because in this particular example, I'm only sending messages to chief nursing officers, not nobody else. Okay. That's it. And chief nursing officers in the hospital space, because I put hospital at the top. So it's searching that. Now, if I X this hospital word out and I still have chief nursing officers, I have 12,000 chief nursing officers. So that goes far across the board. If I put hospital back in, it will narrow it down a little bit more. I'm going to keep it open right here. And they have the function here is healthcare services, but it's not really filled in. You can go in and play with the industries if you want. To me, I don't feel like you have to. Chief nursing officers are typically in a few places. So there you have it. You want to go in and make sure you add the location. I would not do all of the United States if I don't have workers' comp in all the United States. But then again, maybe you do all of the United States and you get a contract in another state and you just activate it there. So you can keep it open if you want. Now, something is important now that you've done the search. If you notice these blue buttons right here, these darker, light, brighter blue buttons do not belong to LinkedIn. They are seamless. That is your seamless plugin. Remember, I told you got to open seamless first to activate the plugin, the Chrome extension. Here, you're activating the Chrome extension when you put it there. And it's going to have a list there. Remember, I told you we're creating lists right now. It's going to have a list there. So right now, this is my chief nursing officer list. Okay, so if I wanted to save this search, the first thing I'm going to do is save it here. So this is save search to get notified of new results. So I'm going to click that button. And then it says here, go to manage searches in order to see your search. This is very important because you want to change the name of your search, because that is going to be the main name for that search you're going to use across the board, no matter what. So this is very, very important. So this is what they did. Chief Nursing Officer, CNO. I'm going to edit this and I'm going to say CNO _ US to represent that it's the entire United States. If it was only one state, I would do only one state. But here it is the US, okay? The entire United States. This is the chief nursing officer role. And this one, that's it. That one is where I do. And then I maybe I'll say client, or prospects, right? PROSPECT. So, to let you know that these are leads, or prospects. So I'm going to copy that and hit save. Now that I've made that the name of my search, which is very important, I need to go into the Seamless plugin and update the name there. Okay. So I'm going to, at the top, paste my list name and create a new list. It's going to automatically pop up down here. I'm going to uncheck my old list because I already know my old list is there. I got to find my new list. Where'd she go? Hold on. Let's just save it because it's going to come back anyway. Where's she at? Control F. V. There it is. There we go. So that's our list. And let's just make sure that's the only one that's okay. So now we're closing it. And so now it shows up prospect CNO. This is very important, okay? Very important because now this list here, the list is called Prospect CNO USA. Here you see it right there. Here it's called Prospects. This is the same thing. We're going to name it on on Zapier, on Crelate, on Limlist, and Active Campaign. All of them are going to have the very same name. That's how we're going to keep track of everything. Okay. So now that you've created your list, this is also now created your tags. Okay. So now the next thing you want to do is to go into Zapier. Which I should have probably left Sales Navigator open. So you're going to go to Zapier and you're going to go in and start to get ready to create your zaps. Okay. So you're going to go in and create a zap. I don't use the AI automation because I haven't learned how to use that yet, but you're going to go in and trigger. And what we ultimately want, let me go back again because I want to make sure this is clear. What we ultimately want is we want everything that comes from Seamless to go into Crelate, Limlist, and Active Campaign. Woo! Okay, you heard that? That's a lot. So Seamless, but the first place we really want it to go is into Limlist, right? Because that's where the automation is going into. So let's just start there. But Limlist is actually updated a little bit. So you're going to see how that changed. So we're going to Seamless and we're taking Seamless to Limlist. It's going to have me put everything in there and I'll do that in a second. But that's where we're going. So hold on 1 second. Let's go back. Okay, it should have. There we go. So we wrote our messages. We wrote our messages. Now we've got Seamless in there. And we activated the plugin. Then we went to LinkedIn Sales Navigator and we started our search. It's too big. We started our search. We created our list. And which created our tag, our main tag that we're going with. All right, so that's perfect. Now we've got to go into Zapier because Zapier is going to set up the infrastructure for us to be able to go into Limlist, Prelate, and Active Campaign. So it's going to go into all of these places depending on where it is in the campaign. So I would just say that like that. All right. So two things. One, in Prelate, you want to make sure that you have your tag in there. So you're going to put your tag in Prelate ahead of time. And Active Campaign, you're going to put your tag in there ahead of time. And in Limlist, you're going to get your tag in there. You've got to do that because otherwise you're going to forget and you're going to be like, they not talking, my Zap not working. And we want the Zap to work, okay? So we start off, write emails, go to LinkedIn messages, then we're going to go to Seamless to activate the plugin. We're going to go to LinkedIn, start our search, create our list, which creates our tags. Next, we're going to open up, I'm going to open up Zapier, Limlist, Prelate, and Active Campaign next, so you can see how that works. Okay, so I have Zapier open. I have Prelate open. I have Active Campaign open, and I have Limlist. Okay, so I have lost. Oh, okay. I keep stepping on it. It's like lost my thing there. Okay, so this is my Limlist account right here. You want to with Limlist, you've got to activate that. You've got to do your training, learn it, and activate it. Because there's a few things that have to happen before you can start sending leads out. You got to warm up your email and all of these other things. So I would, before you even, after you write your emails and you start purchasing all the services, I would go in and do training. So I'm going to add sales. I'm going to add training because this is the piece that most people don't want to do, and then be like, I don't know how to work the stuff. Well, you never even went through any of the training. So training on the platform. Okay, training on the platform. That's imperative. I'm going to add that here on all of these. Because if you don't know how to work it, then it's not going to be super beneficial to you at all. So you got to know how to work it. So training on the platform. Training on the platform. You got to get training on the platform. You got to get training on the platform. Okay. So now, okay. So a few things. With Limlist, there are a couple of things that are happening in Limlist. In Limlist, you have the ability to do email marketing as well as LinkedIn messages, right? You can do LinkedIn messages. So here I want you to go in and I want you to understand how to use, I can't teach you on this class. You know what I'm saying? This is a very quick and dirty, and I just can't teach you. That's why you go through the training. But when you're starting your campaigns and you're creating new campaigns, I can guarantee you that you can use the AI or whatever, however you want to do it, but you're gonna need to name this thing, and you're gonna be prepared for it. Notice they have steps that you can do: send an automatic email, chat on LinkedIn, voice message on LinkedIn, which is new, invitation on LinkedIn, visit profile on LinkedIn. You can do manual executions like call, manual task, call an API, send to another campaign. You can duplicate another campaign. You can create a campaign with API. Okay, so it's asking you what steps do you want to take, but I don't want my I don't know if I want my first step to be what do you call it? Sending out an email. I think I really wanted to be LinkedIn first, but notice I created my campaign and I have to, I mean, like it literally says D's campaign 6, right? So we know we're not going to be calling it D's campaign 6, right? So that's number one, because we need to be able to identify it appropriately. So you're definitely going to go back and rename it, but they moving things around is driving me bananas. They changing everything. I mean, which is great, but okay, here it is. So at the top, you're going to add your tag right there. That's how you're going to know that this campaign is associated with this tag. So I'm just putting that in there. I'm not setting anything up yet. I'm just letting you know that this tag is important and I don't want to lose my tags. So I'm just going to tag everything right from the beginning so I don't lose it. When I go into active campaign, I am going to go to contacts. I am going to go to tags. And then I'm going to add a tag, and I'm going to add that tag there too. Okay, because now that's my post email marketing automation. So now all my tags are added in every place that I need them to be added at, and now I can function appropriately. Okay, so now that I've got my tags in, which is very important, I'm going to go into Zapier and start to activate my Zapier account. So I add my Zapier account, add my Seamless account to Zapier. I'm going to look for a new contact. Anytime a new contact comes in, then I want to trigger the automation. And so now it's just confirming that it's my account, which it is. And now it's asking me, what list do I want to pull from? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? What list do I want to pull from? So the thing is you got to put something in the list in order for it to pull from somewhere, right? But we're not ready for that just yet, but I'm just letting you know. So what list do I want to pull from? We already have the list, which is right there. We already created it there. All right. Now they're asking me, okay, so let's see, email, my filter, my contact sense email. You can search only when it includes business email. So you're going to click the includes the business email, and then it's going to trigger the test. But I can't trigger it to test yet because I didn't do something. What did I not do? What did I not do? What did I not do in LinkedIn Sales Navigator? What did I not? Does anybody know? Brian, what do you not know? What did I not do?
Warm up.
Huh?
Not warm up.
No. Not warm up. No.
Log into Seamless?
No. I logged into Seamless.
Oh.
I logged into Seamless. Here's my list. I made a list, but I forgot one thing. After I made the list, what should I have done?
Script.
I don't know what scrape means, but I hope that means put leads in the list. So you're going to put leads in the list. I made the list. I didn't put anybody in the list. So Zapier can't pull anything because the list is empty. So I'm going to click the blue Find All button. And it's going to go down and create the list. And I'm going to go back and update our board here.
D, this is the list in Creelate we're talking about, right?
We're in Sales Navigator.
I'm sorry, it's Sales Navigator. My bad.
Mm-hmm. We're in Sales Navigator. What is it? So I'm going to click that again. So that was page 1. And then this is page 2. You're going to click Find All. And what it's going to do is going to find the email addresses and contact information for people that are on that particular list. Okay. So that's very important. All right. And what that's going to do is that's going to populate, hey, solve it. What that's going to do is it's going to populate leads in there so that when we go back to Zapier, let me go back in. When we go back to Zapier and we do the test, it'll be able to go in and define. So I'm just going to refresh really quickly. I'm going to hit next. It's asking it to find business emails. I'm going to test the trigger. We'll see. It's moving kind of slow. Okay. So I tested the trigger. The trigger came out positive. But it really didn't come out positive the way I wanted it to. I did it too fast. I'm going to wait and find new records. What I mean by that is it takes it a minute to find all of the recent records. The reason why I don't want this to go is because they haven't really, it's not a real person. It still says researching. Okay. So that's for the first person they pulled up. So I'm going to go into my Seamless app and just look and be nosy. So I can be nosy. I can be nosy. So since I'm going in to be nosy, I'm going to go to contacts. I'm going to go, I can see this is my list right there. Prospect C&O. That's a list that I created. And then here are the people who are coming up. Tiger Connect, what have you. So these are also, it should not be researching anymore. And let's go back in and find new records. Okay, I'm gonna go with it, but this is not. It's supposed to, and first of all, it's supposed to find the most three recent records. It did not, so I'm assume it passed the test, but I don't think that this is gonna be right. And then when I hit finding new records. Let me run it one more time in Sales Navigator. I'm going to do one all. Find all. Let's see. Come on. You got to move on these time. I know my brain moves a little fast. I'm aware of that. LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Let me close this. I'm gonna try to close some of these so they'll work a little bit faster. Okay. Where you at, babe? Where you at, Pooh? There you go. There you go. So that's how you know they got their view. Let's go back to Seamless. I'm going to refresh to be nosy. Okay. So these all people should have came in. All right. They said do not mail. All right. So now I'm going to go back in to Zapier and see if it'll find new records. It's the same thing that happened last week. It's not really, I don't know why it's doing that. And I'm not sure if it's going to work appropriately because it's not pulling actual names. But we're about to see because it said it passed the test, but I wouldn't want that test in my system. So I would actually go back to Zapier to find out why it's not catching the next 3 records because it should be catching 3 records. That's what it says. So I'm not doing that now, but I would go to Zapier. That's an issue. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is you can send this to Limlist, you can send this to Crelate, and where have you. Now, interesting enough, back in the day, Limlist has updated their sequences, so you can do things a little bit differently. With Limlist, those leads don't go into your ATS. Okay, they're not going to automatically go to your ATS. They're going to stay in Limlist. In Limlist for a period of time. So people being as though your team is calling while the emails and the LinkedIn automation is running, you want those leads also to get into your ATS. right? So you can drive them to Limbless, you can drive them to your ATS. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you, in the course, you would see me take Seamless to Connect 365 or Seamless to Limbless. But Limbless has updated things to where you really don't have to do that. You can, but you don't really have to. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why in a second. So instead of sending it to Limbless, you could actually send it to Crelate instead. But let me show you why I said this about Limbless. So we put our list on. I want you to go over back to Sales Navigator. And this was my Sales Navigator. So I'm going to hit copy to my list that I have, my full list, the Prospect CNO USA. And then I'm going to go into Limblist. When you go and put your sequence in, it's going to have you start putting your sequence in. The next piece that you would do was add your leads, right? So you're going to import leads, and you can import via LinkedIn. This is something new. Okay, so I'm already on LinkedIn. I don't really need to discover how to, but they're going to show you how to. You're going to just go there. You're going to copy. I mean, I don't need to know all of that, right? But now you have that LinkedIn integration. But where did they do? What did they do with the maybe because I didn't put the filters, because I didn't add the filters in there? I don't know. Because where they see, there's the Zapier. So maybe no. I know factually that LinkedIn imports. You do a search. We did that. Oh, enrich. Okay. Select enrichments, which we did. Okay, so Limbless has their own Chrome extension now as well. Personalize and launch your campaign. That's using the Luna Zapier. So I don't know what we have another platform that we use as well. And you copy the link and then they'll take that link and run it through. I thought Limbless did the same thing. I feel like they did, but maybe they've changed. So it is going to be 10 times more important that you actually have your Seamless going into your Limbless right there. So here you're going to add the person to a campaign when you bring them in, right? So that's the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add them to a campaign. So you're going to add the lead to a campaign. You're going to continue. You're going to continue. You're going to see what fields need to come in. So you got to pair your fields. And so first name. So you're going to do first name. Then you're going to do last name. You're going to do last name. Where's the last name at? There it is. They have another field where if it's just name, it's there, but I think you have to choose what either or. So what campaign? We just made my campaign name. If I did, no, I did this wrong. The campaign was like CNO, and it hasn't saved yet. Oh, there it is, Prospect CNO. So that's my campaign. And I got to be careful because this is live, and so it could really run out. You can add the company name if you want. So I would just you just type in for the different fields, and you're going to do all the different fields. You need an email address. So email. And see, it says researching and not the email address. That's why I feel like, I don't know if it's going to come out exactly the way we want it. You can go in and add things like the LinkedIn URL if you want to. I don't know if you want to do that. You can also go in and add the phone, right? So this is just pairing up the person, just the data, the information. You have to do that, and then any other custom variables that you want to do. Now, it says provide a list of custom what is this? Provide an option to deduplicate lead if it already exists. Exactly. So you don't want to put that person back in a system if they've already gotten the email. So they're trying to help you decide how you want to do this. So if they're already in another campaign, do you still want this to go out? You choose true. Yes, I still want it to go out, or false, I don't want it to go out. Do you want to find only people with verified emails or any emails? I say only verified. Do you want enrich your leads from a LinkedIn profile? I say yes. And then verify existing email to prevent bounces. Wow. That is new. That is new. That is new, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, they are coming up. They are coming up. You hear me? Okay. So now you've got everything pretty much, you know, I'm gonna just say website because it says URL, pretty much paired up. Yeah, I'm not about to do that. Oh, I'm doing it in the wrong place. URL, LinkedIn company, Salesforce outreach. Let's see, web. There it is, website. All right. Oh, that said image URL. So I even put that in the wrong place. It said image URL. I'm not at that. That's interesting. Okay. So now we've got all of these things in. We're going to hit continue. See, the lead isn't. So we're going to test the step. I'm going to be surprised. I was going to say, if that thing go, I was be very surprised. And I'm going to tell y'all why it did not go. And I think y'all already know. And first of all, I'm glad it didn't go because I didn't have anything in the email, but it didn't go because it did not pull an actual record. We need to go to the help and have them to actually trigger it to pull an actual record. And then it would, and then it would go up. It says the app returned invalid email address. Let's go back to that as well. So let's go back. Yes, of course, because the guy is not there. Because the lead that we have is not there. Okay, so everything I said was correct. So I'm going to just go back to the front, go back here. I'm going to refresh, test, find new records, and see if that works. This is where, see? Listen, y'all. Okay. Now bet I play with D. Williams up in this morning. So now he's got 866. This is a hospital. This is a contact C. This person's in Canada. This person's in Orlando, Florida. Okay. And so I'm going to do the Orlando record. So I'm going to select with this record. Select. Add lead to campaign. Yes. Who's getting fired? Brian, you know I love you. You see what I'm going through over here, Brian? All right. So we got it in here. Hit continue. Our test should work.
I'm listening.
It should work. Look at that. Because D. Williams is that chick. Okay. So the test worked. And now all of the leads, every time I start pushing, saving things onto this list, it's going to go through Zapier and then it's going to head to Limlist. So I'm going to go into LinkedIn, put my stuff in my list. It's going to go through Zapier and then it's going to go to Limlist. Okay. And then all the email campaign things are going to start going out. Now, that means you got to set up your Limlist first. Okay. Now, when I go back into Zapier, I told you that you can also have it go to Crelate. You can also have it go to Active Campaign. I'm going to go and add a step and I'm going to add Crelate. CRE. There she is. Crelate. All right. So now I'm going to choose an event, create a contact, hit continue, because remember, Limlist now has verified the email address is right. Okay. And all of that stuff. So now you got to go in through there. So I'm going to choose an account. I'm going to choose any of my Crelate accounts. Oh, it expired. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There we are. So now you got to go in and map your fields again of what fields you want to come over and Crelate, right? So you're going to want to do, and this is all, I would do it coming from Limlist because Limlist is cleaning things up. It's kind of like a filtering system. So add leads. So you're going to get the first name, okay, last name from Limlist, okay. Then you're going to get the current position title from Limlist. If you don't see it, if you don't see it, if they don't have it, you can do title. That's typically, see if they have that coming in from Limlist. Name of the campaign. No, they don't have the title thing. So that's going to be very interesting because I would want it to go in. So maybe what I don't know if I might be screwing this up right now, y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all because now I have it coming in through both plat channels and I've never done that before. So this is pretty interesting. I'm kind of turned on. I don't know what's about to happen. So this is exciting. I'm extremely excited, actually. There are a few things that are probably not going to show up from limb list, right? Because we don't have the city state zip, and those are things that I actually want to have in Crelate. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to pull the contacts information here. Full address. Okay. Then the city, but you got to go from there. And company city, and then the company state. I don't even know if this is like going to work. I think I'm doing way too much. But, I like to test the waters. And then company zip, your ad. I'm not going to do all of that stuff right now, honestly. Work phone number. I think we captured the phone number. No. Okay. So let's go and get it from phone. And then, because like, how would that happen if I have it coming from two different places? That's the part that I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But name a campaign, lead URL. I just did the lead URL there. Birthday, anniversary, salary, business URLs. Do I want to? They don't have a space on here for you to. Oh, here it is. External ID. Your external ID is where you're going to put the campaign name, the name of the campaign in which the lead will be added. Right. That's where you want to name that as the external ID so that you'll know that this is where it came from. Let's test this and see if it works. I have no clue if this is actually going to work or not. Because they have no data. Oh, because they're pulling this home. Maybe I should go back. Let's test it and see. Fingers crossed. Holy snap, it worked. So now that shows you can pull information from both Active Campaign, I'm sorry, Seamless and Limblist. And now you have that lead going into Crelate. And then you could actually, if you wanted to go hard, go in and do your Active Campaign, but that's more of a post email automation. And I would save that for later. But I just want to let you know, this is like your 3-point process. And now you can start driving people into the system. But you do have to set up your limb list, right? And that's going to probably be one of the most important things. What questions do you have for me? I'm going to share my screen again with the board, but what questions do you have for me? I want to make sure I don't miss it. I have to start teaching. Will this be on replay? Yes. Thanks. Okay. What questions do you have for me?
That's a lot of connection there, D. I have the. I'm just gonna have to get with you. I think you sent me an email, text before telling me you have someone that's gonna get with me about that from Fiverr.
No, I only had somebody who does the zaps. Like, if it's broken or whatever, he'll do your zaps. But
Okay.
he's not going to set up your whole thing or anything like that. That's something that
Okay.
you have to do. Huh?
No problem.
Yeah, you probably can find somebody, but people pay $5,000 a month for this. This is what people are paying for. When the people call you and say, I can get you leads, this is the system that they're basically doing. So to get somebody to build this out for you, you're going to pay a pretty penny, because it's basically, I just gave you the system in real life. A few things I want to add while we got these last couple of minutes. And Seamless, we did training, training on the platform. On Limblist, it's the few things that have to take place. Not only are you training on the platform, but you also have to set up the platform. So Limblist, you have to set up the platform first in order for you to even do anything. So like, I think you went, so let me ask a different question, Brian. Do you already have your LinkedIn automation messages written and your email written?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think you purchased too fast. I think you purchased too fast because the basics are not done yet. So like I got one of my students, Lucy, she's like, I don't, and Michelle too, I think. Why, they don't need to go and get the software until the meat and potatoes are done, right? How many emails, whatever. So I would start there. Seamless is not a lot to learn. I just showed you the basics though, but you want to get acclimated with how to utilize Seamless. The Limblist is probably the most important one at this phase. At this phase is probably the most important one because this is where the majority of the emails are going. Remember, the majority are going into Crelate, Limblist, and Active Campaign. So you got to get training on the platform. You got to set up the platform. And really, that's the same thing for Crelate. You need training on the platform and set up if it's not already. And then Active Campaign, kind of the same thing. But the setup is a little bit different with Active Campaign, but it's still there. See, my team does this for people all the time. We set these up all the time like crazy. So that's really your system. What up? Not just Brian, anybody else, everybody. What questions do you have? We have 10 minutes left. What questions do you have? Questions.
But I see what you got going. I see homework,
Okay. It's pretty simple though. It wasn't hard. This was vocabulary, what you do, what platforms, and how they work. That was the whole system. Literally right there. And now you just in the morning you go out and you go into Sales Navigator, you press that button, and then them emails gonna start going bing, bing, and then the LinkedIn messages are gonna start going. And then while that's going, you're gonna go into your Crelate and you're gonna see the messages went out and you're gonna be calling. So now they're gonna get LinkedIn message, they're gonna get email, they're gonna get a phone call, and now your system is working on your behalf. You'll also not only be calling people off of, because this automation to me is typically your generalist list, because anything you're doing with your target 100 is going to be extremely custom, right? So this is more focusing on the generalist list. And so it's like, this is the entire market. You can only from Seamless download, I think 2,000 contacts a day. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 14,000 emails that can go out per week. Do you believe, put a 1 in the box, if you believe if you send out 14,000 emails in a week that you'll be able to get one person to call you back? And if they're getting a follow-up, because we know that the fortune is in the follow-up, it's not in the first reach out, it's in the follow-up, it's not in the first reach out, it's in the follow-up. Okay? If you're following up appropriately with this automation, do you believe you can get conversations, people on the calendar, booked appointments? Come on now. Where's my people at? Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? This is just one way, but this is a key way. But let me tell you, you're going to pay for Seamless. You're going to pay for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You're going to pay for Zapier. You're going to pay for Limblist. You're going to pay for Crelate and Active Campaign. And 9 times out of 10, if you're not getting yearly subscriptions, you're going to pay monthly for those things. So you have to be prepared for that financially as well. You've got to be prepared for that financially as well. 14 to
5 grand
20,000
worth, right?
emails is great. Say it again, Brian.
5 grand worth.
Because I'm trying to tell you now, when you're doing it on your, it's not 5 grand a month when you're doing it on your own. You're not paying 5 grand a month for all of these platforms.
No, not 5 grand a month for all the software. There's 5 grand.
Oh, okay. You did yearly.
Yeah, yearly automation for all that right.
But
there.
you don't have active campaign.
All that.
Or Chat GPT.
Well, ChatGPT is $20, so it's still 5 grand.
But it's $20, but you get your team version, so you can make sure that your team, you know what's happening, everything is staying inside the company, and now you are, you're in a different.
You got to pay to play.
Yeah, no, Davida, you need 15K to start. Okay, 15 to 20K, around 15K to start, not 10. This is just one small part of the big puzzle. This is only one tiny part of the big puzzle. It's not the whole puzzle. And trust, if you don't have the whole puzzle and you start marketing, you're going to be right back here. Okay? You're going to be right back here online again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get right back here and talking about D, how do I fix this? How do I make this right? How do I? That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. So, so this is not the secret sauce. I have not given you the secret sauce. All right. The secret sauce is in the messaging. That's what people come to my clinics for, so that they can understand how to get the messaging together. By the way, this is the last time you can purchase clinics. You want to go to a recruitmentstore.com and get them while they're on sale, because it's going away. But that's what we come to the clinics for, to set up your automations. We help set up your automation in the clinics. We help you write your emails in the clinics. That's what the clinics are for. It's for hands-on interaction with your automation. But I got to tell you, all of these things don't mean anything unless you got emails. You can't do anything without the messaging. We can't even set up Limblist. We can't. You can't do anything without the messaging. So the messaging is first. That has to happen first. That should be the first thing you do, is setting up your emails. And your messaging for LinkedIn is totally different than your messaging you're doing in email. Don't make the mistake of marketing in these emails. Even though we're calling it marketing automation, if you market to them, they're not going to respond. I'm just letting you know now. They're not going to respond. Okay? So you gotta understand that. You gotta make it so that it doesn't sound marketing-ish. It sounds like you're having a full conversation with the person, right? Because when you're having a conversation, so you're gonna write your emails. So you got your emails, your LinkedIn messages. Once you got your emails and your LinkedIn messages, honestly, it's a few things that I would also probably have. So I'm going to just do this, but also, do you have your lead magnets? Or because what's going to happen in those emails are based on what you've created with your strategies and different things like that. So your follow-ups and stuff like that. So do you have your lead magnet ready to go, right? Magnet, N-E-T. Do you have your lead magnets ready to go? Do you have your, I'll put that in parentheses. So lead magnets created. Do you have, what was the other thing? Shit, my brain went left for a second. So you have your LinkedIn messages, things that you're going to follow up with, your LinkedIn, your lead magnets. It may also be it might be articles. It might be just like whatever your strategy or your strategic initiatives are requiring you to do. This is where it takes place, and that you want to have it ready and available. Okay. So lead magnets, huh?
Yeah. So you're talking about your lead magnet that's going to be in the email marketing campaign, right?
Yeah, potentially. Yep. Like, what are you writing the emails about? Like, what are you writing the emails about? Because remember, I told you there's the initial reach out and then there's the follow-up.
Right.
And so you're going to be initially reaching out and following up through the pre-email marketing. But you're doing that to get people into your post-email marketing and to book an appointment on your calendar. And so that's another thing that I probably should have added here. Oh, I should have probably added. I didn't even think of that, which is very important. LENTL. You got to have your Calendly, because that's what you're ultimately trying to get them to book an appointment. You want them to book an appointment. You want them to book an appointment on Calendly. You want them to download your lead magnet so you can get them on the post email list. Okay? Because that means they're interested. If that's a part of your campaign. If that's a part of your campaign, then you want to get them into your post email marketing so you can talk to them differently and build a relationship with them. So this is the call CTA, which equals call to action. All right. So this is the CTA that you're going after. Book an appointment on Calendly. And then download the lead magnet so that you can get them on active campaigns list, on the active campaign list.
Wow.
No yarning. You're going to make me yarn.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even know my mind.
Okay. So I just wanted to add that in there. So we do need to go back in and add one more technology to the stack, which is Calendly. And this is how you're going to manage your calendar booked appointments. Calendly, Prelate, Active Campaign, all of them are already a part of your tech stack if you're in my class. You know, they're already a part of your tech stack. So you're not doing anything extra different with that. But you definitely want to get people on your calendar. Am I over my time? I'm right on time. All right. I have another class coming up, so I've got to go, y'all. I really appreciate y'all being here today. Do anybody have any final questions before we exit today? How did y'all feel about today?
The clinic, you said the clinic pretty much is to set all this up, you need about how many hours of clinic you need for this, right?
The clinics are 6 months. So people just come every week for 6 months. Yeah.
Okay.
And so if you all are interested in the clinic, go to recruitmentstore.com. The clinics are 60% off. Okay. I'm never offering for you to purchase the clinics ever again. The only time I'll be offering them is through the accelerated program or higher. And of course, y'all know I'm not selling the online coaching programs anymore. You can only get them through calling in. So today is the last day that you can actually go in and purchase a clinic. This is the ads and automation clinic that we have on recruitmentstore.com. Ads and automation. But we also have an ATS clinic. We have a sales clinic. We have a recruiting clinic. We have a ton of clinics. We got like 6 or 7 clinics, you know, and they are very, very, very hands-on in the way this clinic is. And in a way this is kind of similar to a clinic. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Questions?
You good? I'm good.
Are you good? Okay. Michelle, not Michelle G, but Michelle G. I know this was helpful for you today.
Absolutely. Yes.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yes, it was.
Okay, perfect. My other Michelle, are you on this call? I think she is. My Michelle, let me see. No, she left. Okay. She would have liked that. Somebody else had asked me about this class too. Davida says, what about staffing agency that does remote jobs like working from home? What about it? I mean, you still have to market, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, you still have to market. It doesn't matter what your business model is, or what have you, you're still going to have to go and market. I'm going to go look at the comments really quickly. Let's see. I got so many messages. Nathan said, great content, D. Thank you so much, Nathan. I'm hoping I'm putting my things up there. Thank you so much. The question he asked earlier, he said, D, what specific, this might be a question that everybody wants to know. What specifically do you use for email automation? Also, how many emails are you sending per day? So I answered the question about what we use for email automation, right? How many emails you send a day? I answered that question as well. You can send up to, well, you can pull 2,000 leads. If you're doing email automation, LinkedIn automation, they're going to control how many messages you have go out, and also limbless. That's why you want to learn the platform first, because they show you how to warm your email up so that you don't get spammed and all of that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So that's very important. But I would just start off with a couple of hundred to begin with, and then just like keep pushing, and then go on up. So Tada asks, she says, I have to start teaching. Will this be on replay? It's online. So it's available for you 100% to go in and utilize. Okay, so that's very important. Then you have, so she said, so we need 10K to start. I think I answered that. You want to have around 15K, but that doesn't include your coaching and training. And as you can see, you need coaching and training. It's not something that's even optional, right? A lot of people out here trying to do it on their own, but really that's crazy. You don't go and start working on bodies without any type of training. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out there and start doing hair without going to school first. So it's like, why are people trying to do this without any type of guidance or coaching? That's why the majority of my clients right now are going through hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fines, because they all try to do it on their own, and now they're getting it back. So you know what I'm saying? You've got to get help. You've got to get help so that you can do things. So you can have your systems and processes in place. You can understand compliance. You can understand how things roll. You've got to do that. Okay. She asks, what about a staffing agency that does remote jobs like working from home? And then, because I want to keep going down to the string of questions. Elena said, I need to learn how to operate my buy board. Girl, this is my ish. Okay. Y'all see, I love my buy board. Vibe needs to pay me to be an official spokesperson, because I love my vibe board. Trying to find clients and need remote workers. So I mean, that is one way, definitely, to do those things. But there's a whole process of things that have to be done on a consistent basis in order to make those things happen. What I showed today is a part of marketing only. It's only one piece of the puzzle. You understand what I'm saying? It's only one piece of the puzzle, and it's only the marketing piece. There's so many other things that have to come with that first before you even get to that. So that's why I say, don't be so quick to buy your tech first. You want to understand what you're putting together and start putting the pieces together before you start doing that. But once you make the decision, yes, I'm doing email marketing, there's no question about that, then you can go back in and start putting the emails together based on your strategies, based on your follow-up, whatever your strategies are. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put them together, and then you can start buying the technology and start placing things into You give yourself time, because you're going to need to learn the technology. Give yourself time. You're going to have to set the technology up. That's why it's crazy when people talk about you're going to start your staffing business in 6 weeks. That's a lie. It's a lie. That's not true. Anytime you hear that, that's not true. It's so many layers that are going through. You got to learn things. You got to learn how to not just learn how to use it, how to integrate it, how they work. This is like, no, it takes 3 months. Okay. It really does take roughly 3 months to put your entire business together, at least a staffing business. And I feel like any business model, if you're taking it seriously, is going to take 3 months so that you can start laying all your pieces out. You don't want to just put things together crazy like. The last thing was when it comes time, oh, I will contact you. That's perfect. I love that. I appreciate you. We're definitely here. You can reach us at staffingpreneursacademy.com and you can schedule an appointment right there from the website, and one of our representatives will get with you and to help you, help you on your journey. I just want to state, if you're watching on YouTube, you got to like this video. I gave so much great content. You got to like this video. And when you go back and watch the replay, you got to comment, okay? When you go back and watch the replay, you got to leave a comment. When you go back and watch the replay, you got to leave a comment. And then finally, I want you to make sure you subscribe to my channel. That's very important. Go ahead, Brian.
Yes, the YouTube, the replay's on YouTube.
The replay is on YouTube. I did record today. I think I'm almost sure I did, unless it didn't do it. But if it did not record, it is on YouTube. It is, and we'll just take the YouTube link.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Brian. We'll take the YouTube link and put it inside of Reskillify. All right. I hope everybody had a great day. Patricia, Lang, I sent you emails, honey. You got to check your email. I sent you an email this morning to let you know what's going on with that. Don't worry about it logging in. The store is going down. So what you need to worry about is us getting you the products via email. The store is going away. Matter of fact, in a couple of hours, like literally, it's going away. If you're purchasing something, you need to do it now. Okay?
Thanks, Dee.
You're welcome, Wanda.
Yeah.
Sister, I love you.
This was great.
Yep. If y'all need to purchase something, 60% off will never happen again in life. Okay? So go to recruitmentstore.com. That's where you want to get it. Get in there now. I really appreciate y'all sticking with me. I'm supposed to do my launch class, so we're 10 minutes late, so I'm hoping that everybody logs in. If not, then I'm going to try to move that launch class to another day this week and let everybody know, whoever needs to launch, to come into that class. Because last week when we did the launch class, nobody showed up, but I think it was something going on with the tech. I don't know. So we'll work it out this week. I hope
everyone's still 2 weeks out, 2 to 3 weeks before our launch.
For your launch. So you should probably be in the launch class too. But I
think June 15th is still my thing. June 15th.
Then you should probably be in the launch class too, Brian.
So what do we need to do to get in it?
You ain't in it. You launched.
I know I'm not in it.
Launch. I need to launch.
No, she's launched.
No, I'm not in it.
She ain't going in there. Listen.
I need all this put together. I'm so serious. We need all this to put together. I have all the tools. We just need to put together.
I'll send the email out to everyone, and for whoever is in the setup class and they're going into the launch phase, then they can come in. So what's happened is that people are in the program, and what they're doing is skipping, and they're going into the run it class before they've gone into the launch class, because typically you wouldn't be here. Typically, if you were in a launch class, you'll be preparing to come in here. So that's why it's a little backwards, but everything is okay. All is well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, all is well.
Appreciate you.
Yes, I had fun today. Final thing before I close out, and I'm going to let my class go. If y'all want to go, y'all can go. If you want to stay, you can. I just want to talk to the world a little bit as well. And just remind you all that this is the last live that I will be doing regarding staffing, unless we have a pandemic. If we have a pandemic, wow, I'll probably come back live. But if it's not some type of world catastrophe or whatever, this will be my last live around staffing. Okay. There's 579 videos as of this morning that are about staffing for the most part. I'm done. Okay. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing any more staffing videos. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. This is my last year in this capacity of staffing. I am moving on to doing what I do best right now, which is software development. if I can ever tap into it. So that I want you to know that. So that's why this is so important for you all to take advantage of a recruitmentstore.com, because the things you see on there will not be offered again. Like, I'm not doing one-on-one coaching no more. Okay. And unless you've already purchased or you're purchasing today, I'm not doing one-on-one coaching anymore. All coaching programs, they will never be offered online. They will only be available through a representative on the website. You would have to go to the website. Very important. I think I am still going to do the live event, at least in one place, which is in LA. I may do it in other places as well. I'll let y'all know by the end of the week. What else did I want to say? If you are watching this, like, subscribe. Okay. And I think that's everything. I am not leaving. People in the setup class are pretty sad this morning, like, oh my God, you're leaving. I'm not leaving the staffing industry. It's just the staffing industry won't be my main focus. Y'all already see that I started to talk about my brand differently. I'm changing my brand. I know it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. I know change doesn't feel good for a lot of people, but this is where I am at this phase of my life. And I've been staffing my entire life. So right now I'm ready to do more things. I'm ready to step out and do more things. So I encourage you to stick around, because even though I won't be talking about staffing, I will be talking about things that will support you in your life and your business and your career. If you're all of you all are working, but if you're watching and you haven't started a business. So that's the direction that I'm going in. So I would say continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to follow me, and to see how far I go. Cause this little 11-year-old preteen mom I couldn't even imagine that I would be doing all the things that I'm doing today back then. And so I'm just getting started. That's why I said I'm just getting fired up. So I am re-releasing the documentary this week, broken down into parts. I would encourage y'all to take a look at my documentary, use it, get fired up. I look different now, but that's okay. I want y'all to get fired up, and hopefully you will use it as a guide to let you know that you can do this, that there's nothing that's going to hold you back from doing this. It's very, very, very important. I have one final question, comment statements. I'm an entrepreneur and I have a graphic design business and sell digital branding and marketing templates for female entrepreneurs. I love that. And you're taking and you're stepping up. You're stepping up. You're stepping your game up. Here, are you doing a staffing business on top of the graphic design? Is that where your remote is coming in? And Dr. Castle, I'm still here. I am still here live with the Run It class. So it's just where we are right now in this moment. I just like I'll go over on the setup class. I'm going over on the Run It as well. Not purposely though. Davita, I don't know. She says she's going to come back. So that was the question that I had in regards to that. I also mentioned Dr. Castle, and we wouldn't have our full hour. So I may reschedule the launch class for another day this week, because we just don't have our full hour, and we need that full hour, and we're already 16 minutes lost. So I apologize. She said it's all good. I'm loving it. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to catch everybody and make sure I support everybody as much as possible. Yes, that's exactly right. So, okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. I think that was everything. A recruitmentstore.com. Please go. Please go. I hope y'all love this class. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll put the replay in Reskillified. Thank you. Bye. All right. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night. All right. Perfect.